program is part of the Scene Projects podcast network. The Scene Project features interviews with independent musicians, comedians, and artists from across the Midwest. Become part of our community and support local art wherever you are. Welcome into a very exciting episode of The Scene. I'm your host, Bubba Starts, and with me today is my brother, El Pablo. One time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Honored to be here, man. Honored, man.
The honor is all mine, man. Well, I introduced you by name, but we want to know what you're all about. So go ahead and tell our listeners a little bit about yourself.
Man, El Pablo one time. I'm an Army veteran. Stand up for my veterans all across the world. I stand up for them. I stand for suicide research. My mom, man, I had a mom die from stomach cancer, man. So my music, man, I scream out for cancer survivors all around the world. And I'm also the father of an autistic little girl, man. And so my brand is really big. And Pablo one time is a man of honor, man, integrity and love. A lot of love for the people, for sure.
Well, you got no lack of causes to support in your life, do you? I'm taking all kinds of notes here. Because that's what we're about. I'm a songwriter myself. I love making music. I'm relatively new to podcasting. I kind of just fell in backwards on this one. I didn't know this was going to be my life a year ago. My wife and I laugh about it all the time now, where it's like, you didn't even, like, the Scene Projects wasn't even a thought until like 8 months ago. So to be where we are today, to get to have these conversations, to get to meet other inspiring people and to see what inspires them, man, it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm finally understanding that God haven't given us these platforms for ourselves, man. We're servants of the people in some kind of way, shape, or form, man. And I take pride in that. I do. So hey, a big shout out to you, man, because some of us never even know or never find our real calling with this thing, man. So real talk, to have your voice heard all across the waves, man, you know, it takes a lot of courage to do what you do, man. Yeah.
That's so funny, because that's the same thing I tell all the songwriters and people that come on the show is like, man, I'm so proud of you. You know what I mean? I'm so proud of you. It takes so much courage to write a song and to share your heart with the world. And I was born with unnatural confidence, Pablo.
Right.
Yeah, a supernatural confidence, maybe. The confidence that God gave me to just keep going forward. I've never worried about trends. I've never worried about what anybody else was doing. I've been worried about my path. And as I just kept walking, the path became more clear. So I just kept walking. And I'm going to keep walking and pulling on this thread to unveil what's before us. And what it's turning into now, Pablo, is not just a show or a network that we've become now, but it's a community. It's a community of people that are going to inspire their communities, and then linking all of those together under one big umbrella that we call the Scene Projects. That's the mission. And it's really what's driving me every day, you know, waking up. And I haven't gone to a real job in almost a year now. Right. I thought I was going to be a rock star, Pablo. I thought I was getting off the train, and I was going to be a rock star. Right. I was catching some.
You're still a rock star, man. You're still a rock star. Now you're just rocking the airwaves a different way, man.
Right. Well, and I've always been a talker. Right. And I finally, I think I posed it to somebody this year. I was like, if you would have told anyone in my life that I would have found a way to get paid for running my mouth, they would have believed you. No one in my life is surprised by what has happened here and what continues to happen. So you got a lot of causes. You got a lot of love for the world. I can tell. Yes,
sir, man.
What's driving you to create right now? What's the big thing that you're pushing towards at this moment?
Man, the biggest thing driving me to create right now is I'm seeing other artists struggle, and I'm seeing how hard I go, and I'm able to draw somewhat of an awareness. But man, right now, what's pushing me is the community around me me seeing where I can fit in and how I can create avenues to help others, man. That's the biggest thing right now pushing me, man. Is to be able to is being able to do what I do, bring love, joy, and inspiration to the masses that I bring, but also other artists that's right beside me, like struggling, like, man, I don't know how you do this. No, I'm gonna show you how I do it, man. Come, matter of fact, come rock out with me, you know. And it's like, man, that's the biggest driving force. Actually, not having to sign a deal, finding a way to do this without ever being independent. And you know, like you said, I haven't worked in almost a year, man. And I mean, man, my needs are taken care of. I'm okay. I'm good, man. I can't complain, brother.
Right. And I'm not running out and buying the new iPhone every time it comes out, but I was never
No,
that
no,
guy.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
Pablo, where you're down in Texas, right?
No, Arkansas.
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 Okay.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Around the
Yeah.
Little Rock area, or you out in rural Arkansas?
No, no, I'm up towards the Memphis area. I'm right across the bridge from Memphis, Tennessee. So I can literally 10 minutes away. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee.
So is that kind of the community where a lot of your music stuff happens then? If you're going out and playing shows and doing things, it's in Memphis?
Yeah. I don't have a real fan base here in West Memphis, but if I'm in Memphis, that's where I'm at. I'm rocking out in Memphis, most definitely. Most
That's
definitely.
awesome. That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
and for me, I live in South Dakota, so I realize real quick like that you're gonna have to be big in some other places close to South Dakota too. They're just, I mean, there's more cows
Right.
than there are people here, and
Right.
it takes 90 minutes to get anywhere. You know, I'm from a
Right.
200,000 person city. I try to drive 90
Yeah.
minutes. You know, and if I go 90
Yeah.
minutes the wrong direction, it's gonna be 7 hours till I get to Denver. So
Right. Right.
I realize, and maybe that's why God brought me this podcasting thing, is that I can connect with all these different communities that I've always wanted to go to, right? And to be in. And I was actually born in southeastern Tennessee, little town called Sewanee. It's out by Chattanooga, so quite a ways from Memphis still. But
Yeah.
you know, it's about the communities that you're in and how you can serve them. And I know you already touched on it, but like that's what people got to realize what it's all about. You know, when I was already supporting my community a little bit, right? I'd always put people on shows with me and do that, but it was never enough. It was never going to be enough. South Dakota's 5 hours from end to end. And what we have is that the one, you know, I'm not even going to call it metro area, but our one population center's on the western border and the other one's on the eastern border. So you have no connection in the middle. We call it East River and West River. The Missouri River kind of splits the
Right.
state in half. So it's almost like two different states. Those people don't talk to one another. I was born out on the west side of the state, raised out there. All of my connections, you know, before moving to my wife's hometown 5 years ago, were over there. I didn't know anybody over around, you know, Sioux Falls, South Dakota is our big metro area. And I didn't know
Right.
anyone. But within, you know, a year or two of really pushing and like, well, I'm going to play more music and I'm going to get this thing going. I was on the local news channels. I was getting on the radio
Right.
stations. And not only that, but I found a community we call the Midwest Country Music Organization that's mainly out of Minnesota, but dips into Iowa and Wisconsin and all of these. So there's that bigger community,
Right.
right? That little
Yeah.
bit bigger to link in. And now I'm bringing all my people like, hey, look, we got this really good thing going on. I found these people and they're super cool. Like, come over to this.
Right.
And it's exploding, right? It's exploding because of the awareness that people have that, oh, this is how I build my career. Nobody's trying to get signed, man. There ain't nothing to sign to.
Right. Right. Right.
My daughter's eczema was out of control. She couldn't sleep because she was scratching her whole back, her bottom, her elbows, her knees, everything was just covered. I'm pretty sure it's genetic for her, but I know that there are things in our environment that are exacerbating it or making it worse, right? It could even be things like laundry detergent, the wash she was using in the bath, lotions I was using on her. I saw my friend posting that her little one was also struggling with eczema and that she used this special lotion. Right here, the best stuff that we have tried so far. We did try other lotions and creams that worked, but they broke the bank. We literally could not afford to buy them on a regular basis to keep up with how much she was having eczema breakouts. But this stuff was great, super affordable, safe for her super sensitive skin. She's only 2, and I have no hesitations of putting this on her, and it's been the best thing that has worked so far.
I was talking to my guy, the strange one, Donnie Darko. He's down there in Austin. I mean, he's in Source Magazine, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm getting people coming to, you know what I mean? Asking and throwing some offers out, but what are you going to offer me that I'm already not doing? Like, why would I give you any of my success and my money when I can just go get it myself? And it might take me a little longer, but I'm going to
Right,
get there the
right,
same way. I got all the time in the world.
right, right, right. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, man. That's
That's
what I'm at. I'm
beautiful.
all in on me, man. I'm all in. It's all in on me, man.
So
Sorry.
are you running your own podcast now? I know we kind of met out of the Facebook podcasters group.
uh Man, I'm just an artist, just doing craziness, just creating content. I'm not really I don't have a secure podcast, not yet. I've been engineering a lot of artists, a lot of engineering. Um,
So you're
then I
good
then I
behind the
dropped my
computer. You spent a lot of
right,
time craft
right,
in the craft of the recording and producing and
right, right. And then I dropped my last album, my last tape, and I was just so focused on that album. There's 27 songs of bliss, man. Matter of fact, the roller coaster is out. The roller coaster, Diary of a Black Sheep Kid, Volume 2 is out right now on all your favorite platforms, man. It was just crazy, a crazy tape, man. A real roller coaster. There's no way you can sit down like you're sitting right now and listen to that tape, man. I'm telling you, man. But so yeah, man, I've been in the background, and then I went to school for music business. I wanted to learn how to the business side of this thing, man. So I've been helping artists just create a basic foundation. Your BMI, what I'm saying, your sound exchange, your song trust, getting a basic foundation, your logo, your EIN. Just a basic foundation, because you hear artists, I want to get managed, I want to be managed. You have nothing to manage, brother. You know, and
you
so
barely
just
got a
helping them
name.
create yeah, just helping them create a basic foundation, man. And so Black Sheep Kid music has become like it's becoming its own little community, man. Where we just I got little brothers, man. Like like, hey, Pablo helped me. What I'm saying, create my brand. And that's the most beautiful thing, man. And so now last year, I was just going around doing shows in different parks till we get kicked out sometime. But this year is way more professional. Now I got stage lights and backdrops and smoke machines, man. We come in as like a whole entertainment agency. So when artists come and perform with me, I can give them a real professional look, man, and they can get some real good footage. And because that's what we need. We need good footage to market your footage. So man, it's just been a blessing, man.
Yeah,
It's
that's
been an
beautiful.
elevation year after
That
year, man.
yeah, that's right in line with what we do with our songwriter showcase show.
Yeah,
So I would have them
yeah,
up, I'd interview, do an interview, and then you get to share 3 songs. And that
yeah,
really
man.
went really well. It's a live performance, but then I'm able to send artists away, and we haven't necessarily actualized the whole thing yet, but you can come on this one showcase, walk out with 3 demos or 3, you know what I mean, produce songs. A lot of them are
Right,
acoustic kind of country artists, but I mean, you could walk out with 3 songs, 3 videos, a press
right,
kit ready in the making right there. Like, it's not just a
right,
showcase to showcase you to those people right there. No, it's your showcase to take with you to go show the
right,
world, like what
right,
you do past that is on you, but we're going to give you all of that. I can't pay you to be here because we're not really making any money doing this either, but this is
right,
what
right,
you
right,
get,
right.
right? This is everything. You got 3 videos that you can chop up into all this different content and these 3 songs now, and you have all of this content, right? And this name that the scene projects can give you. We'll do a write-up, an article on you. We'll review your song. We'll do all of these
Right.
things so that you're able to go out there into the world with some confidence too. Because once you got that
Yeah.
confidence, ain't nobody going to stop you.
Right, right, right,
That's
right,
what keeps me
right.
going. It's like I said, an unnatural confidence where just like, no, just keep going. Just keep going. It doesn't matter. It don't matter what happened yesterday. It don't matter. Just keep
Yeah,
going. It don't matter if you get to where you think you're going to be in a certain amount of time. That don't matter either. Just keep going. and that's
Yeah,
God
I'm
talking.
learning. I'm learning slowly. We have it in our minds already done. We sometimes we forget about the building process. We already got it done in our minds already. We're like, God damn, it's supposed to have been done yesterday. No, just slow down, pump your brakes, and understand that long as you're working towards this and making progress towards these, and you're making these small milestones, and you're hitting these small goals, you're on track. You're right on track. But sometimes we overthink it, man, and we overshoot. And sometimes we mess up when you overshoot. Patience is key sometimes, man. I'm
Yeah,
with it.
well, and it's funny that you bring that up because that's exactly the time that I'm in right now with this podcast, right? We've been pushing content. I wasn't really pushing the social media and get, even posting wasn't necessarily, I wasn't into the weeds on all that stuff, algorithms and being, well, I didn't care. I was just like 100 episodes. We got to get 100 episodes out, right? And we got that before the end of the year. And we didn't start until like my tour season was over. I didn't start really cranking out content until like September, October. And then in 3 months, we had 100 episodes. And it was like, okay, content, not a problem. And now we've achieved kind of this level that most people talk about with podcasts. Like, oh, well, if you ain't got 100, then, you haven't really made it yet. And it's like, man, I ain't going to toil on a once a week release schedule for 2 years to get there. No, we're time traveling. And the problem with time traveling sometimes is that you're going to end up way ahead of the pack all alone. And I'm not one that's like, I'm not waiting for you at your speed to catch up. I'm trying to teach you what I know so that you can get here now. And that's exactly what you're talking about. Look, I'm here because I worked my ass off, right?
I worked my ass off.
And I had to learn it all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out that learning curve for you because I'm your brother.
Bro, I wish I could just show you my books, stacks on top of stacks of notes, man. I'm talking about nights on top of nights when I couldn't sleep. It's 3, 4 in the morning. I'm just manifesting and just researching the webinar after seminar after seminar after webinar. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna figure something out. I'm talking about, bro, from affiliate marketing to digital marketing, goddamn it. Like from real estate, I wanted to know it all, bro. And I got the sauce.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, and the best part is that you're not keeping the sauce to yourself. You're spreading it around.
No.
You're teaching all the little brothers and the little sisters coming up. Hey, this is the path. This is what's going to get you.
Yeah,
you want that goal?
But it is. I've been doing this for free for too damn long. It is time to put $1 on this thing, man.
Yes,
it's
sir.
about that time.
Well,
because
the other
it's too
thing
valuable
to that
information. It's way too valuable information, man.
Right, Pablo.
You'll pay college. You pay the school. You'll pay the school.
Right.
You'll pay the college.
Something that I'm sure you're familiar with because you are into marketing, that if you don't assess a value on it, people aren't going to assess a value on it, and they're not going to invest the time into doing it because it doesn't have that obligation. The money is an obligation that you're going to do the work, we're not going to do it for you. That's not what this is about, but it's an education. It's to walk you through, and you're still going to have to do an enormous amount of work, but we're going to give you a huge lift up. We're that booster. We're the one picking you up to throw you over the fence,
Right.
And all we need you to do is when you all make it, little brother and little sister, that you reach down and you grab Pablo and you pull us up when you make it, right? Because we're not going to stop educating.
That's it. That's all I want, man. Thank you. Hey. That's it.
Brother, I want to talk more off camera. I'm going to let you go and close the episode, but why don't you go ahead and plug all your stuff real quick, and then we're going to chat for a while off camera.
Bro, I appreciate it, bro. Hey, thank you for having me, man. Right now, I got a new album out right now, Roller Coaster. Diver Black Sheep Kid Volume 2 out on all your favorite platforms. Please go check it out. Thanks for having me. Pablo one time.
Hey, Pablo, thanks for being part of the scene, brother. Thanks for tuning in to the Scene Projects Podcast Network. We appreciate you listening. You can find more at thesceneprojects.com. Join our community.
Got an ocean full of love that's made for two. We sail upon the ocean breeze and sunshine. sunshine feels like you loving me.